Your team down 13. Your defense steps up. You guys get back into this game. Can you tell me what it took defensively to knock out the #1 offense in this league?
It took a lot, and they got a back-to-back MVP over there. Great cast around them, but we just kept fighting. So I'm proud of our guys. We just kept moving.
You mentioned the guys. There were so many big plays up and down the roster today. What excites you about the fact that you had a total team effort as you move into the back end of this season?
When we can win games, when the shots aren't falling as we like them to, and that's special. We just got to keep grinding on the defensive end. We have a great group of guys, and it's all about how hard we want it. We got to keep going.
You told me you wanted to take the first 10 minutes of this game to evaluate how you were doing. I think that worked out well for you, but 24 points overall, Jalen. How are you feeling, and what's going on with the foot right now?
I feel fantastic. Fantastic.
How did it feel to come back to these fans today?
Say it again, sorry.
To come back to the fans today and get this win?
Oh, it's great. I love playing here. The best place to play, best fan base. It's unreal.
Thanks.
Thank you.
RJ, thanks for joining us. Congrats on the win. So you guys are up 13 in the second quarter, and then you fall down 13 in the third quarter. Rough stretch in the middle of the game there, but how did you get it together there to have such an effective fourth quarter and win the contest?
#1 team in the West is going to be a battle. They play great, just on both ends of the floor, especially just with Jokic making all those passes, guys making shots. Having Jalen back was huge for us. And tonight was just really, it was a balanced attack just from everybody.
3 20-point scores once again for your team, including yourself. And RJ, when that second unit is out there, you're usually the leader of that group. When you stay in with the other 4 guys, the start of that fourth quarter was so critical in this game to continue the turnaround. And you were just going to the basket a lot. You've been doing that a lot lately. Are you seeing something? Are they calling a number for you? What is working for you that's allowing you to get back to that player you were earlier in the season?
A little bit of everything, when my number's called or when, kick out opportunities, just trying to, use my skill set to my advantage and to the advantage of the team. Just trying to, find those lanes, kick it out when it's closed, and try to get to the basket when I can.
And you made a lot of big baskets early in that fourth quarter. And how about you mentioned that the return of Jalen Brunson and what he means to this team and how it really does complete the rotation?
Yeah, for sure. He completes us, and like I said, we were very happy to have him back tonight.
The fourth quarter was our best. And I liked the way we started the game. I didn't like us in the way we played in the second quarter, but I thought we came back third quarter pretty solid. But the fourth quarter, we were at our best, and it was a number of people doing a lot of things well. I thought Mitch and Isaiah gave us solid minutes, and Jokic is a lot to deal with. Murray's a lot to deal with. The rebounding was huge for us. And then finding Julius hit some timely buckets late for us. That was big. Jalen came in and stabilized us, but we played tough. And giving up 19 points in the fourth quarter against an explosive team. They're a great offensive team, great. And so that was solid. Just finding a way to win in the end, getting some timely stops. The rebounding that was huge. Josh, I thought RJ, same thing. RJ gave us really, really good minutes. Quick. So it was a good, solid team win.
What did you think of the job that you guys did on Jokic?
He's impossible. Because you feel like whatever you're doing, he's putting so much pressure on you at all times. It's not only it's with his passing, it's with his shooting, it's with his post-up abilities, pick and roll. He doesn't force things. He's going to make you pay for mistakes, and you feel like no lead is safe, and you don't speed him up. He plays the game at his speed. But I thought we made him work, and that's what you have to do, and you have to be able to get in, get out, and Murray's really gifted, Porter's really gifted. I love Bruce Brown. I think he's a tough competitor. Gordon, tough competitor. So that's their record tells you how good they are. I think Michael does a great job with them.
What are you seeing in RJ's ability to get to the basket? It seems like he's doing some things a little different, not getting his shot blocked as often as he's getting.
Well, to me, it's really not what he's doing differently. It's when he attacks the basket, he's very efficient. When he starts floating and fading away and all that, that's where the problems come. Attack the basket. Stop messing around. The more you attack the basket, the better it is. And so if you're one-on-one, you got an angle to the basket, shoot. If you got 2 or 3 guys hanging on you, spray. And don't complicate the game. I thought he made good reads today, but I want him in an attack mode. It's simplicity and execution. Don't complicate this.
At the beginning of the year, Hartenstein was struggling on the defensive boards. Seems like he's just doing so much better on that aspect right now. What's been the biggest change?
I don't know if it's a change as much as he's I think processed everything. I think he's a lot more comfortable. I think when a player comes in and he's new, he's adjusting to a new system, new teammates. So it takes a little bit of time. And one of the byproducts of when Mitch was out, it gave him a chance to really get into rhythm, and he's gotten healthier. I think that's a big part of it as well. I think when you look at what he provides, what Mitch provides, and then we have Jericho, ready to go at all times. And Jericho's been terrific, and we saw how effective he was when he played the 4 when Obi was out. So, we like our depth a lot, particularly with Jericho. The guys who aren't in, Jericho and Deuce are, they stay ready, and they're just going to get better and better as we go forward.
First game for Jalen, first full game for Jalen in 2 weeks. How did he look to you, and how about the
he started the game. That was probably more adrenaline than anything else, but a little rust. But then he got a good rhythm late. So it was good. But the way we're playing right now is just concentrate. Whoever gets going, think ahead. Try to take advantage of the right things, play smart, play together, be connected on offense and defense. And that's probably the biggest thing with Jalen is he's a connector. He connects everyone.
Some guys take a few minutes to build their way back into a game when they've been out. I think he had 16 points in 8 or 9 minutes. Were you surprised at all how quickly he was attacking?
No, that's sort of who he is. That's what the game was telling him to do. So they would drop back pretty good, and he read it well. And that's the shot. In any pick and roll, you're the first option. So read if they're blitzing, get off the ball. And we can get a good offense off of that. If they're in a drop, look at the basket first. And then that's what led to the blitz. So because he was scoring the way he did, now they go to a blitz, and now we got to trust the pass and play off the pass.
Coach, a couple of years ago, you guys had, after the Barrett trade, when the year you guys got the 4 seed. Your starting lineup played slower, and then your bench just blazed, and it was a totally different pace. And this year it's not as extreme, but when after the Hart trade especially, your guys' second unit really changes speeds.
Yeah.
Is there an advantage to having a change of pace like that with different?
Well, there is, but we want and we want our starters to play the same way. So when we're getting stops and we're getting in the open floor. And see, I like that for RJ, and I like it for Julius a lot. So they can't lock into them the same way. So getting them some easy baskets is huge for us. And Mitch too. The bucket he got late was a big bucket, and from running the floor. And so the more we do it, the better. Get to our spacing, and trust each other.
I know after the stuff with Mitch this week, was it nice to see he came out and seemed like did all the right things? Offensive rebound, finds Obi.
Yeah, and Mitch has been terrific, all season. So, anyone could have a bad day. If you have a bad day, the next day bounce back, have a great day. Don't put anything in the way of the team, And so I think he understands that. And his teammates, they respect him and they appreciate him. We know all the dirty work that he does for the team, and it's a big part. He's got a huge role for our team. So, but I just, go out there and play. Next play. Don't worry about what happened last play, or, no one's perfect.
You mentioned Jalen as a connector. Aside from the basic assist numbers and shots he directly creates for teammates, where else does that show up? What kind of opportunities did the offense have with him on the floor as opposed?
Well, I think just the communication. It's your point guard's a leadership position. So organize, communicate, and it's both offensively and defensively. And this game is all about thinking and reacting. So he's great at it. It's probably his greatest strength. You know, we could talk about physical skills, which he has. Obviously, you know, you can't do what he's doing without physical skills, but his ability to think and react is tremendous. It's always been his greatest asset. So if you want to blitz, he knows where the holes are. If you want to be in a drop, he knows where the holes are. If you're switching, he knows who to try to get into the switch. So I think all those things matter. And you know, so he's done a terrific job, but he's a great teammate. And I think that's huge for us.
Coach, you got your 6 tech today. What did you see that was different than what the rest?
Is it 6?
Yeah.
They better rescind that one.
Right? Thanks, Coach.